Metal Scholars. Today, I have a different type of video. I'm going to analyze a song called Corridors by Blacklit Canopy. I'm not going to cover anything other than the song and the lyrics, and if you want to know more about it, please just browse away. But here, it's just for us to spend time in these corridors, right? Because these words are very powerful. As far as I know, no one out there has ever spent time looking into the amazing combinations of words and metaphors that we have. So here we go. The song explores themes of home, abandonment, and relationships. So especially familial relationships, right? Your core family. There's a recurring motif of the corridors, right? And a house that you run from home. So that suggests this journey through a space that should be familiar, should be comforting, but it's become alienating. It's become confining. So this house is not a home, obviously, right? It's a place that there's no warmth of belonging, a sense of belonging. And it's depicted in the lyrics as a series of passageways, a series of like a labyrinth that leads nowhere. So in my opinion, it symbolizes the aimless and that confined existence that you have when you feel trapped. So kind of like a labyrinth bed that you are somehow paralyzed. Then you have amazing opening lines, right? Trade your loving for all the moments you wasted. Share your loving for, trade your loving for all moments you wasted. That suggests this sense of longing for lost time, kind of like Marcel Proust, in Search of Lost Time. And it's for us listeners to have that capacity to love the moments in the past that haven't slipped away, because we've spent a lot of time with these unfulfilled moments that we cannot really bring them back. So there's a sentiment that will set the tone for the rest of the song. And that delves into the complexities of emotional bonds, a desire for validation from all of us, right? I mean, a desire for acceptance from society, especially from our parents, the validation that we seek. And there's a phrase that they say, it's like, when you can abandon all that abandons you. In this house that run from home, when you get abandoned, when you get abandoned, all that abandons you. That speaks to a moment of realization, a moment of liberation, where the song encourages you to think about your attachments, analyze if they are reciprocated, right? So, or analyze stuff that's been harmful to you. That's what they are narrating, right? So the abandonment can be twofold. It can encompass both the act of being abandoned by someone, or myself just escaping, leaving, abandoning somebody. So it's not your typical love song. It's got an arrangement that's very singer-songwriter, right? But it's a call to letting go of the things that don't really serve us anymore, right? I mean, it's deeply ingrained in an idea of identity and belonging. I think these things are related to our family, the fact that we expect to have a comforting home, but a lot of times we're just roaming through corridors, but we're not really feeling like we are being comforted. And then you have a line, you are the apple of his hollow eye. And that's particularly evocative, right? Because when you think about the apple of someone's eye, you think about the fact that you're proud of, but you use the adjective here, hollow. So it's a hollow eye. There's just the appreciation of the aesthetics, so only a shallow way to look at that apple. And so you're only analyzing the form, but not the substance. So it suggests that the affection is empty. It's kind of devoid of the warmth and the truth, right? So then they sing, you are the wanted daughter. And I interpret that as an ironic commentary on the conditional nature of parental love, right? The approval. So it's highlighting that discrepancy between the protagonist's perceived value and their true self-worth. Then we have a second verse, symbolizing the doorway, right? I mean, it's the place where you actually escape. So the doorway is treated as a prison. So you are confined and trapped. 'Cause at the doorway, 'cause at the can hide and you can run. So there's an illusion of escape. So it's an amazing imagery that they're generating. And they say you can hide, but you cannot really run. So that's emphasizing that an escapability. The protagonist just emotionally feels trapped, right? So maybe lost in a maze. Very poetic reference to a motherly hatred. Motherly hatred. Motherly hatred throws your life away in these corridors. You can laugh about it once. And it's like, wow, that's a jarring contrast to the conventional understanding of what motherly means, right? Because it's a total contradiction, because you have, how can hatred be motherly? And it's amazing that they picked those two combinations, because it's like oil and water. So it's suggesting a toxic relationship in this case that's undermining the protagonist's autonomy, their sense of self, right? And lastly, I think we have those closing lines in these corridors. You can laugh about it once. It brings that bitter sense of irony to the song, right? It implies that there's many moments that you feel pain. Perhaps you want to find a way to laugh about it, to reminisce, and to, in hindsight, kind of thing, you know? But it's just the absurdity of like laughing about something that's tinged with sadness and resignation. So amazing way of really combining words and metaphors and imagery for us to really create this movie-like idea and for us to really bring to our own experiences. So I'm reminded of the complexity of how parents, sons and daughters and children in general, how they interact, teens, how our familial structures shape our identities and our emotional landscapes, how far we go. The corridors of this metaphorical house will serve as the pathways for us to navigate life, for us to search for a partner, for us to find acceptance in society, for us to understand that we have a maze, literally like a labyrinth of emotions and emotional challenges that we go through on a daily basis. So Blacklit Canopy, a fancy way to say the night. It's something that's dark, right? It captures that essence of accepting that there's day and there's night, dark moments. And those dark moments can generate a poignant narrative, and it will resonate with anyone. And you will have many spaces for you to find refuge, for you to find comfort, but for you to also process the pain and the trauma. What do you think? Do you think that that's a good way to try to picture this song? Just please let me know in the comments below. And if you see things differently, please let me know. Explore these metaphors as well. That does it for me, Metal Scholars. Please like the video, please share, subscribe, hit the bell button so you don't miss out on any new content. Well, music is what music does, and I'm signing out. Bye now.